Sarna's Moon has gone up quickly in the centre. Pay the Butler. He gave in like a prick balloon. Just behind the Montpellier Prince. Red Mountain to the outside with a great run. Then onward and Counting Gold in the straight now. Hangzhou has taken the lead. But Red Mountain swept past him on the outside. 200 metres to go. And Red Mountain shot clear. He's in front of Hangzhou. Then Counting Gold and Montpellier Prince. But it's Red Mountain in front, drawing to the line. And he's far too good for them. He's blitzing them in the run home. And Red Mountain wins it by 3 lengths. Red Mountain first. Hangzhou second. Montpellier Prince third.
Very impressive performance by Red Mountain. He's a much improved horse, and unfortunately Counting Gold tragically broke down and was later destroyed. He was in a clear third place coming up to the line when he suffered that breakdown. A look now at the double and treble information from Bundamba. The treble combination was 1, 1 and 8. The dividend there $320.20, and the double numbers were 1 and 8, paid $46.30, while the extra double 4 and 5 paid $21.70. Just testing, hey? I had it memorised, John. It's all right. I'll play games here all day if you let them. We'll take a break now in Sports Scene, and we'll be back with the Bob and Pat Sydney Racers at Warwick Farm last week, and a winning double again yesterday, so he's in great form. Mick Dittman will be heading back to Sydney after next week, and the clash of these two great jockeys next season is going to be a highlight of Sydney racing. And at the moment, Ron's got the upper hand.
He certainly has. Mick has been in a little disappointing form, I suppose.
Well, perhaps not disappointing form. He hasn't had the cattle under him, but he's had his share of bad luck.
Perhaps that's been the problem. He has had cattle under him.
Yes, a few slow cows there. But his riding, I think, has been sound enough over the Winter Carnival, but he hasn't had the success by any means. But he's really looking forward to getting back to Sydney and having that head-to-head confrontation with Ron Quinton. Anyway, the first event from Rosehill yesterday did go to Quinton on Bountiful Me. She was handy third at the home turn, her in the breastplate, and hit the lead inside the 200. Just held on from Royal Eclipse, who really flashed home the last 50 metres.
The top weight, Grey Condor leads about 3/4 of a length on Proud Tradition. A length and a half away third is Bountiful Me, and then Cantor Superburn, followed by Noble Beauty, Belinda's Love, Dream in Vain, Royal Eclipse, and Belansky very wide out. Now Quinton asking Bountiful Me to go, but Grey Condor comes to the 200 metres, 2 lengths on Bountiful Me, going after it quickly. A length Noble Beauty, and then comes Royal Eclipse. Bountiful Me raced past Grey Condor. On the outside, Royal Eclipse is running on. Bountiful Me the leader. Royal Eclipse is coming quickly. Will it make it? Oh, Bountiful Me on the inside, and Royal Eclipse.
Royal Eclipse just failing to pick up Bountiful Me. Terry Duckett, the rider of Royal Eclipse, but he quickly bounced back to score in the next event on Swift Interest. That Swift Interest taking over here at the 200 metres, stole a winning break and held on by a short neck from King Keeve, who makes up plenty of ground late.
Vite tending to drop the bit, but at the 200 and past it, and Swift Interest shot away about 2.5 lengths on King Kiev, moving up quickly into second place. Swift Interest still in front of King Kiev, close to home, and Swift Interest has lasted to win it. It's Swift Interest about a half length to a neck on King Kiev, and she's something then.
Smart ride there by Duckett to score on Swift Interest. The third event was the Tumut Handicap, and Lounge Lizard comes through in the green colours, one off the inside just after straightening, and scores decisively from Shot and Star Relic.
Half-length Black Satin Shot coming into the picture. Must away on the outside, a newcomer running a good race from Colour Page, and Lounge Lizard behind them, and Golden Treble back or worse than midfield at the 200 metres, and Star Relic in front, but Lounge Lizard picks him up. Shot next, making heavy weather of it, but Lounge Lizard is race clear. Lounge Lizard 2 lengths clear on Star Relic. Shot on the outside, running on, might get up for second, will, but Lounge Lizard is untroubled, wins at a length and 3/4 to Shot.
Lounge Lizard, the one named after Pat Welsh, scoring decisively. Fourth event was the Winter Cup, and Our Year, Ron Quinton scoring here from Miss Clicko, ridden by Darren Beedman. These two had a great struggle in the straight, with Our Year just a shade too strong.
Joined by Splash a Dollar. Miss Clicko is hooking into the picture now, and Our Year is going at the same time as Miss Clicko. Noble Connections history, and Miss Clicko raced up to Splash a Dollar, and Our Year is after Miss Clicko. Miss Clicko's boring out on top of Our Year. It's between them with Splash a Dollar third. Our Year on the outside, and Miss Clicko. Our Year's doing a shade better than the mare. Our Year is coming away from Miss Clicko, clear as Splash a Dollar, and Our Year wins it. It's Our Year by a neck to Miss Clicko. Third home was Splash a Dollar.
Quinton, renowned as a rider who only goes for the whip as a last resort, but he used the whip with great vigour there to score on Our Year. Fifth event was the Winter Handicap over 1,400 metres, a rather sensational finish here with All Chant first past the post, but relegated to third after a protest by the third-place getter Elroy, and the eventual winner was Sotip, who was actually second over the line.
Sotip waiting for the runners as Antel, then Bold Heather, followed by Star Yacht and Elroy, and last great innings around the corner. All Chant raced up to Lord Paddington. They've dropped Lancelotto. Keel Hall next, followed by Sotip, and then comes Bold Heather. All Chant to the 220, just leading Lord Paddington. Keel Hall and Sotip both battling on determinedly, and Elroy trying to weave clear with Antel. All Chant just in front. Sotip is coming at it now, and here's Elroy. Oh, Elroy almost sold out. All Chant again gets a spurt on, and he wins. As they hit the line, it's All Chant beating Sotip and Elroy.
As I said, a sensational finish there to the Winter Handicap. We'll show you the slow motion. You'll notice Elroy going for a run on the outside of the leader, All Chant. He clips that horse's heels and almost falls. Elroy in the red cap between All Chant and Sotip. There he goes. He dips. The nose actually hit the ground, and he does a remarkable job to get going again and get third placing, and subsequently protested against the winner, All Chant. That protest was upheld, and the victor was eventually Sotip, who wasn't involved in that scrimmage, and was awarded the race with the first past the post All Chant being relegated to third. I think I worked that out. Sixth event was the Threadbow Handicap, and Lady Newk stages a flashing finish to score here from Fairy Jade. An impressive performance from Lady Newk.
A length and a half on Dalton, Bulge on the rails. Wider Kayaru, Blitz given plenty of galloping room, and likewise for Fairy Jade. And tap time right down the centre of the track. Fairy Jade's taken the lead now. Approaching the 200 metres, Fairy Jade a length on Dalton. Here comes Lady Newk. By golly, she can motor, but is she going to pick up this leader, Fairy Jade? It's Fairy Jade in front, but going 10 to its 1 is Lady Newk, and Lady Newk draws away from Fairy Jade. Dalton third, and Lady Newk a big winner from Fairy Jade.
Seventh event was the Kyandra Handicap, and the Tommy Smith trained Spend the Money. There's back midfield coming towards the home turn, but really motors home. He's the grey and the yellow and black colours, and defeats Mr. Squiggles and Jade Prince.
Taken to the extreme outside, around the corner and straightening at the 350, and Special Charm in front. Leads about 2 lengths on Mr. Squiggles, followed by I Like You. And behind those next, Surf still can't get a clear crack at them. And battling on his Meteoric, Spend the Money hooking out, and Jade Prince veering clear. Here's Spend the Money coming after Mr. Squiggles, who got the lead, but Spend the Money is coming at Mr. Squiggles and is doing by far the better. And Spend the Money draws away to win by a length on the line. Second is Mr. Squiggles, Jade Prince third.
Good win there to Spend the Money. Final event went to Swift Avon, formerly raced in Brisbane. This mare was solidly back 25s into 16s to defeat Mardek and Germanic, who was a little unlucky. That's him in the red cap with the nose roll back on the inside, and he really only gets clear in the final 150 metres.
Sir Eden lamenting, and Lofty Bear races past the ledger. Mardek on the outside has run a big race, and then comes Swift Avon moving up. Only the goodies on the outside. Germanic weaving clear. Tuna 2's under the whip and digging his toes in. It's Mardek going to the front, immediately tackled by Swift Avon on the outside. Swift Avon puts the head in front now from Mardek, and then comes Germanic finally getting clear, but it's all too late, and Swift Avon goes on to win. Swift Avon has beaten Mardek and Germanic.
So the 8 events from Rose Hill. A look at the TAB information from the Sydney meeting. The I've got it, don't worry. The double, 10 and 1, paid $158.50. I don't need you. The treble, 5, 10 and 1, paid $653.10.
Even big screen hire. One-stop video shops. Call now on 376-3177 for a free, no-obligation home demonstration.
If you're a fan of Sons and Daughters, make sure you get the new Sons and Daughters leisure wear at the 7 shop, now open in Paradise Centre at the heart of Surfers Paradise.
Wednesday night, death strikes a resort hotel, and one by one the patients are dying. Quincy fights to find the cure, but the mystery turns foul. Quincy faces his toughest test in a special 2-hour movie-length episode, Wednesday, 8:30. Then, on Trapajan, a visiting Australian rugby team brings hospital romance for Gloria, and a drug war erupts. Wednesday night on 7.
Bob McCarthy rejoins us now on Sports Scene to have a look at Sydney League. And, Bob, we've got a couple of highlights featuring number 1 Son again. He's had a big rap on the show today, hasn't he? It was Souths and Balmain in their 10-0 victory over Balmain last week.
It was a game that was crucial to both sides, Pat. Balmain and Souths, they're both on the fringe of the 5, and, you know, a loss to either side would see their prospects for the season diminish. But South's pretty hard to beat at their own dunghill, and they hung on here for a 10-0 win.
And Balmain started off very, very well, but seem to be fading out of it a bit now, don't they?
Well, they've lost a lot of players over the past couple of weeks. I think they've lost just about their back line, and also their best player, Wayne Pearce, has been on the sideline for the past couple of weeks also. I think they've done their dash now, Balmain. I think it's Newk and Jester doing that 4th and 5th spot. Manly look like getting 4th spot, and the 5th spot's wide open with South, Penrith, and possibly Canberra still alive. Canberra still alive.
Well, we had a look there. The conditions, wet grounds are going to prevail again this afternoon, and obviously it was those conditions that affected scoring in the big one from last week, which of course was Parramatta and St George. It resulted in a 3-2 victory for Parramatta over St George. It's significant that Bobby Buchanan is sitting just beside us here on the panel, because it was more like a soccer score, wasn't it?
Well, that's right. It's pretty good defence from both these sides. As I say, the conditions weren't conducive to open football, but you can see Parramatta put a good phase of play on here. They kept the ball alive for about 11 tackles, and they go close to scoring. I think only the experience of Steve Rogers there held a try up.
You'd have to be even more interested in this game than usual, because St George, on form at this stage, look to be your grand final opponents in the National Panasonic Cup, don't they?
Well, at the moment, Pat, but I'm just watching their personnel-wise. I just hope they keep playing Graham Wynn in second grade. For the life of me, I can't understand why he's not in first grade. Every time he comes into the side, he's a big, strong bloke. He's 6'3", about 16.5 stone, and I think he's more valued than the players there at the moment. And I just hope that they keep him on the bench.
As we can see from these highlights, both teams had their chances, but unfortunately neither side able to score. As you can see, several times players over the line and held up. But a 3-2 victory to Parramatta, and an important victory, although it doesn't really affect that top three very much, does it?
Well, it could over the next 2 or 3 weeks, Pat. I think Manly's got a pretty good draw going in. I think they've got to play Manly, actually. Manly are only 2 or 3 points behind them. I think it's 2 or 4. It could be a bit, the second shot at the cherry could be vital there, and I think Manly might sneak in there with their for and against. Parramatta, whilst the defence has been good, their attack this year isn't as good as it normally is. I think this time they're normally second or first in the point score, and they're about 5th or 6th now at this present stage.
Well, you mentioned Manly, and they really hit their straps out. A 56-5 victory over Norths last week, so they're on the boil. And of course, yesterday we saw a major upset when the lowly rated Cronulla really handed it out to Canterbury in conditions that weren't all that bad. 24 points to 6. It does look like a mud heap, but it didn't affect some brilliant attacking football by Cronulla yesterday afternoon. And young Docking, you will see, he just crossed for that try, breaking some woeful defence in the first 5 minutes, and completely outstripping the Canterbury defence this stage to score his second try and the second try of the match, and give Cronulla an unexpected lead, even though they did have a strong wind at their back.
Yes, that's right. The Cronulla side, we said early on in the season that they're only a team basically of schoolboys, and the experience they've gained throughout the year is starting to come to the forte now. And they showed by knocking Canterbury over yesterday that they've got a pretty promising side for next year. And let's not forget the fact that the young prop also was out of yesterday's game. So, with Jack Gibson coming there next year, he's going to have a pretty good young side to work with.
That's right. I just wonder what sort of effect the announcement of Gibson had in recent days, or the last week or so, whether it helped to G up the side for a big performance. Well,
apparently Paddy was there all week, and he was also yesterday in the dressing room at half-time offering tips, so you can see by the way they defended there was a bit of Gibson magic there, and I'm pretty sure that, if they buy one more experienced forward, I think that's all they lack. They could be a force next year with that promising backline.
Right, big upset, as we mentioned yesterday. Cronulla beating Canterbury 24 points to 6. Let's quickly have a look at today's games. Penrith will play South. Manly will play West, Balmain Norths, East and Canberra, Illawarra and Parramatta. Let's have a look at the top couple of sides. I think Manly against West should be a foregone conclusion. The form Manly are in now.
Well, that's right. With Chris Close back this week, he's been out for a month. I think they'll be too strong for West. I think Balmain, North showed last week that they've lost their interest for the year, and we're merely whitewashed. I think Balmain, while the score won't be as big, I think Balmain should be just a bit too strong for North. Canberra Canberra playing East. East have got the big game on Wednesday night in the Panasonic Cup, and I think that they'll reserve their best players for that game. I think Canberra will be too strong there. Parramatta play Illawarra down at Illawarra. Illawarra has shown that they play pretty good down at Wollongong Showground, but Parramatta, I think the back line will be just a bit too classy there. And the match of the round is the game between South and Penrith, and this is the game which is vital. It's virtually the mighty semi-final played 4 or 5 weeks earlier. The loser of this game can kiss his chances goodbye. I think that the conditions will suit South. So I'm talking through my head and my heart here. I think that I think the South have a better forward pack than Penrith, and I think that if they can hold them in the back line, the South might just squeeze in another win.
OK, Bob, thanks very much. That's our wrap-up of Sydney League for today, and we'll be back after this break with Bart Sinclair and more racing.
Thanks, Brett.
Now, this will impress you, Barton. I've done my homework. Australia's leading race trainer, Tommy Smith, has taken out his 32nd successive Sydney Trainers Premiership.
Who told you that? Rex Mossop. All the mail from him.
And he gained his one win yesterday with Black Ivory to boost his tally for the season to 109 winners, correct?
Correct.
Take it away. Racing.
Yes, a great performance by Tommy Smith, and his enthusiasm is still there. He's desperate to stretch the premiership run to quite a few more years yet, and he's going to be very, very hard to beat again in the season, which kicks off this week. Rosehill yesterday, the track was heavy. In fact, at one stage on Friday night, it appeared they wouldn't be able to go ahead with the meeting. I think some officials probably wish they hadn't with the fiasco of the flag start. I'm just pleased it happened in Sydney and not Brisbane, because I should imagine the ribbing the Sydney experts would have given the poor Hicks from Queensland if it had happened up here. But anyway, the first event yesterday from Rosehill on a heavy track was a Thorn handicap. Satin Sand and Wayne Harris scoring here. The heavily backed favourite, Stately Queen, the leader, of turning for home, but tied very badly in the straight.
And then Girl and Hot Passion and Valencia as they turn for home into the straight. Gee, this track is heavy. They're churning into it. And the leader, Stately Queen. Satin Sand in hot pursuit. Dine and Dance on the outside coming after them now. And then Geniality and Asa Moore. Stately Queen tackled by Satin Sand. Dine and Dance having a struggle to reach them. And Satin Sand headed Stately Queen with 150 to go. Geniality is now going into second place and running on well, but Satin Sand got clear. Geniality coming home strongly now, but Satin Sand's going to prove too good. Gee, it's heavy. They can hardly pull their feet out of it. But Satin Sand won by 3 lengths on Geniality. Dine and Dance third, fourth.
And scoring there for Wayne Harris, and it was Ron Quinton, the Premier jockey, who scored in the second event on Eastern Bay. You'll notice in the black colours, just trailing the leaders turning into the straight. Eastern Bay was much, much too good, careered right away in the final 100 metres.
And behind those, Special Charm, Eastern Bay looking for the run from Annie Catherine, and Lemon Princess behind those. Straightening up now, Lady Carosa just the leader. Special Charm the outside, Noble Beauty on the inside into third position. Eastern Bay hooking into the open now, and he's had to go for the whip on Royal Eclipse at the 250. Lady Carosa and Special Charm taken on by Eastern Bay, and the New Zealand filly Eastern Bay raced up to Special Charm to head her off. Quinton riding hands and heels. She's coming away, Eastern Bay. Second, Special Charm, Lady Carosa clinging on for third, but Eastern Bay's untroubled and draws away on the line to win it nearly 3 lengths to Special Charm.
Third event was a win for the TJ Smith stable, the one Pat mentioned, Black Ivory. Heavily back to start, 15 to 8 favourite, and was just a touch too good for Star of Remus. Not much in it at the end, only a long head.
Solo in space. Second last is War Chat, and General Bilbao is tailed right off. They swing the home corner. Lord Hannibal just leading from shot. Plenty of room for Star of Remus on the inner. Black Ivory's coming down the outside, and then Mandalay and 2 to Alpine Lad. Star of Remus and Black Ivory. They've come away with Star of Remus on the inside and Black Ivory. Black Ivory's running about a good deal. He might be just in front of Star of Remus, and they're a minute clear on Done and Dealt. Black Ivory on the outside has got Star of Remus's measure, I believe, at the 100. Black Ivory the leader. Star of Remus can't quite get him at the moment. Black Ivory hanging on, and he's home. Black Ivory's wanted a long head to Star of Remus, a distant third, Done and Dealt.
Good effort there by the runner-up Star of Remus to battle on strongly and just fail after looking as though Black Ivory was going to score very, very easily inside the distance. The fourth event was the Welter Handicap. This is a very good wet track performance by Shadameneo, who bolts in from Kiwi Compass, and Papa's favourite, who had every chance.
Making no headway, and Tomska's called it today. Shadameneo's riders going about 4 wide as they straighten, and he's going for the lick of his life too. Getting his head down and his tail up, and Shadameneo's raced about 3 lengths now, Kiwi Compass. Then Papa's favourite into the open, but not finishing quickly enough at the moment. Il Rubino's history. Then Paniotti and Mwamba, but Shadameneo passed the 200 metres. Shadameneo's about 2.5 lengths clear. Kiwi Compass second, they're a tired lot, and then Papa's favourite and Paniotti. But Shadameneo, he's getting very weary, but so are those behind him. Shadameneo's 4 Kiwi Compass, and then Papa's favourite. And Shadameneo scores. Shadameneo 4 lengths Kiwi Compass, third Papa's favourite.
As the ones left in the wake of Shadameneo were pretty tired, but good performance there by Shadameneo. He's obviously a very good wet track galloper. Fifth event was the Burt Lilly Farewell Welter, and At the Flood. Probably the right name for the conditions yesterday. At the Flood, well back to the home turn, sustained a long run to defeat Green Ridge, who's the grey horse with the blinkers, just going to the lead.
Meteoric and 2 to At the Flood, picking up the bit, and then Heroic Blaze and Born Reds dropped off, so too's Luthered. Green Ridge and St Hubert's Bay travelled to the distance together. A length and a half and At the Flood on the outside, and then Heroic Blaze. The leader narrowly, Green Ridge on the outside. On his inner, however, battling on St Hubert's Bay, but At the Flood is grinding away on the outside. He's going to knock them all out, At the Flood. And At the Flood, he goes on to win. At the Flood from Green Ridge. Heroic Blaze got up for third.
Sixth event was the Hill Handicap over 1,400 metres, and Hail and Shine. Good third to the home turn, switched around the 2 leaders in the green colours, and goes on to defeat the Clone by a length and a quarter.
And the tail end are now making time. It's Battle leading in the run to the corner, 500 to go. The break is about 3/4 on Star of Malaysia. Hail and Shine hooking out 3 deep, and the Clone going 4 wide as they swing for home, and Bells at 2 looking for the run. They straighten up at the 400. Star of Malaysia joins and heads Battle. On the outside, Hail and Shine charging up, the Clone battling on, and then Bells at 2. And Marshall's gone for the whip on her, and then Oriental Crest. Approaching the 200 metres, and Hail and Shine's taken the lead narrowly. He's racing greenly. On the outside, the Clone coming at him from Star of Malaysia, then Oriental Crest. It's Hail and Shine in front from on the outside, the Clone, who can't do any better, and Hail and Shine. He's racing a little more truly now, and he goes on to win it. Hail and Shine a length, the Clone. Oriental Crest got up for third. And
then came the sensational Missile Stakes at the sequence of events delaying the start about 15 metres, and eventually stewards ruled that there would be a flag start. It turned out to be, a decision I think they may rue, because there was quite a bit of controversy about whether some of the horses did get away cleanly, and there was an upset here with the 200 to 1 outsider Plus Vite from the Bart Cummings stable scoring. Not only a maiden galloper, but having his first start in a race. Plus Vite scoring in the Weight for Age Missile Stakes. Coming towards the 200 metres, we've got Plus Vite in front. That's Buena Gold, the horse coming through in the centre. There's a problem here with the audio, but you can see Plus Vite, the 200 to 1 outsider. The bookies cheering, but of quite a few irate punters after this event. And you'll see just after they go past the post, a quick glimpse of some of the crowd who were none too pleased with the decision to have a flag start on the Missile Stakes yesterday. Plus Vite, and there's a few of the crowd who certainly gave Mr. Shrek, the chief steward, a little bit of jip after that event. I don't know whether it was the right decision or not, but certainly it in this day and age seems a tragedy that you have to have a flag start when there's barrier stalls there. Unfortunately, the main set bogged down yesterday. Anyway, that was the Missile Stakes. The final event went to Peacedale, who was heavily back to start 11 to 4. That's him, the grey, slicing through on the inside, and he was always in command in the straight.
3 to Baron Blue. A length the Latin Anvil, another grey, a few greys in the small field, and the Zine and the roll of the last pair. Rainbow Reward makes the turn very wide out, straightens up in front of Peacedale. Baron Blue, Sky Inch on the outside hanging. It's got a head screwed round to the near side, and then King Kiev getting a split nearer to the inside, and 2 lengths away next Latin Anvil. As they race past the 200, and Peacedale shows the way. King Kiev on the inside. Sky Inch can't do any better as they race to the 100 metres, and Peacedale in front of King Kiev. On the outside, running home is Latin Anvil. Peacedale is stopping. King Kiev flying at him too late. Peacedale lasts. It's Peacedale winning at a long head to King Kiev and Latin Anvil on the outside.
They were the 8 events on the very heavy Rose Hill track yesterday. Look now at the TAB information. Firstly, the double, 2 and 11, paid $499.20, and a healthy dividend for the treble combination of 3, 2 and 11, $4,393.70. Of course, that 200 to 1 chance in the final leg boosted the treble dividend there. I don't think there would have been too many tickets on that winning combination yesterday. We'll take a break now in Sports Scene. We'll come back and have a look at the Moonee Valley meeting after that break.
And welcome back to Channel 7 Sports Scene. Time now for our first question in the Dunlop competition this afternoon, or this morning, I should say.
Pat. Yeah, that's right. Of course, for the pair of KT26 Dunlop running shoes, first question is, name the team to be coached by Arthur Beetson. next season. And, of course, Pat will be back a little later in the show with his second question.
OK, Jill, thank you. We'll be back. You'll be back a little bit later on also with women's sport and and the results of last week's. There's a promise from our director-producer. Definitely be back with women's sport. Time now for Melbourne racing. The venue was Moonee Valley, of course, as Bart Sinclair mentioned just before the break. And Bart, again, another heavy track.
Yes, the punters had a real task yesterday, Pat, a wet track in the three eastern states. And the Moonee Valley, there was a sensation in the opening event, which was the hurdle. The winner, Mister, was actually second past the post. You'll notice a real bumping duel over the final stages. And the third horse, Highland Ranger, may have been a shade unlucky. But Paddington Boy first past the post.
It's starting to run on relentlessly. Here's the second last. Mister a length to Paddington Boy, a length Brigade, a length away Highland Ranger, going up on the fence and coming home hard. The others can't win, but it's Mister at the 300 on the corner from Paddington Boy. Highland Ranger full of running, trying to get up on the inside. He's badly blocked at the moment from Brigade. On the turn, one to jump. Mister a half length to Paddington Boy. Highland Ranger on the inside, trying to get through. There's no room. Mister tackled by Paddington Boy. Now there's a run for Highland Ranger. Is it too late? Paddington Boy took the lead from Mister at the last. A length and a half now to Highland Ranger. Can't go on with it. Paddington Boy just in front of Mister. Paddington Boy hard ridden as 1.5 head to Mister. A little over a length to Highland Ranger.
Paddington Boy first past the post, but the runner-up Mister gaining the verdict after the protest. Second event went to My Papa. He sustained a good run in the straight to just catch the leader, Acres Dream, in the final couple of strides.
2 lengths to My Papa, continuing to make ground from No Confusion. Your Move going around them from Favoured Hill. Silver Cab is struggling and then quick to ship. Acres Dream got about a length clear as they made the turn. 400 to go from Danish Mount. 3 parts to My Papa, still struggling on, and 3 lengths to Your Move running on fairly. No Confusion's gone. 300 to go on the point of the turn, and Acres Dream got out a length and a half. Danish Mount and My Papa coming home fairly well. A gap further back then to at the head of the others, Your Move. My Papa's tackling Acres Dream with 100 to go, but Acres Dream hanging onto the lead by a half length. My Papa, the outside, is gradually getting to it. I don't know whether he'll make it. It's close. My Papa's going home better. It's won. My Papa by a nose to Acres Dream. Third, maybe Danish Mount in front of Your Move.
The third event, the Steeple Chase, proved quite a spectacular affair when Trans Yonder and the Hura Holiday crashed, coming along towards the home turn, leaving Gogong with a big lead.
2 lengths to Arbutus. Gogong nearly went at that, but he's still running on. And now it's Hura Holiday, Trans Yonder and Gogong 3 in line with 2 to jump, 500 out. 4 lengths to Demon Adios. Gogong a narrow leader from a Hura Holiday. Hura Holiday's gone. And Trans Yonder went over the top of him. And Gogong's got it 1 now. He's left 6 in front, 300 to go from Demon Adios. And about 20 lengths to Wainewy and Waltz Boy. But Gogong, the national steeple winner, comes to the home turn, 6 in front of Demon Adios. 1 fence only to jump. Gogong about 8 lengths to Demon Adios. A long gap, Wainewy. Here's the last. Gogong by a dozen. Draws to it. Roy crashed through it, but he's going to win. He got over, and Gogong will win by a dozen lengths. Demon Adios second, Battle for third. Waltz, Akara's lads coming home well. He'll get up, and Akara's lads run third.
It ceases to amaze me how they get jockeys to go around in the Steeple Chase, but Gogong winning by a big margin there after that spectacular fall at the second last. The fourth event was the Julius Marlowe Handicap, and Cut Price relished the conditions to score a big win from Ivan's Pride.
To Ivan's Pride and Secret Diamond, then Outland followed further back Arietta's Gold, but Cut Price Welfare is going to win by a minute. It's 5 or 6 lengths in front halfway down the straight, and Cut Price wins by 10 lengths. Ivan's Pride is second, Battle for third, Secret Diamond out wide, just got it from Outland.
Pat Welch probably backed the fifth winner, Mum's Pride, named after him. Mum's Pride fourth, coming towards the home turn, and sustained a strong run in the straight under hands and heels riding to defeat Chesterfield and Mersey Star.
300 to go, where Sleeping Giant's rider went for the whip. Saatchi took a narrow lead from Mersey Star, Sleeping Giant, and here's Mum's Pride out wide. Chesterfield running on. Saatchi got clear, a length to Mersey Star. Mum's Pride, Sleeping Giant. Chesterfield trying to get in between them. Mersey Star got to the lead. Out wide, Mum's Pride grabbed it. Chesterfield coming at it quickly. Mum's Pride in front of Chesterfield, and Mum's Pride won it by a neck to Chesterfield. A length away third, maybe Saatchi from Mersey Star.
Sixth event went to Straight Grey. You'll notice him get a lovely split along the inside coming towards the home turn, and zoomed away in the straight to score by 5 lengths.
With about 400 to go, Straight Grey got up on the fence to hit the front. from Success to Trade going up second, but the leader's going like a winner. Hunter's Privilege third, and dropping out Prison Bound. Roman Frenzy can't win, and then Yarrawirra coming around the outside. With about 300 to go on the point of the corner, Straight Grey a length and a half in front of Success to Trade, who's under the whip. They're well clear of the others. In third place, Hunter's Privilege, but Straight Grey turned for home about 3 lengths in front of Success to Trade, Hunter's Privilege, then Yarrawirra and Duke of Savoy. And as they go down towards the line, it's Straight Grey going to win by about 5 lengths. Second placing to Success to Trade. Yarrawirra's battled on to get third.
The 7th event, and another one to stick to the inside at Moonee Valley yesterday, was Algabonyah. I got it out. He was always in the leading division. That's him, the grey on the inside with the grey colours. And he defeated Sooner Baby, who ran on solidly.
Sooner Baby running on well from Scenic Walk and then Good Sessions, but Algabonyah, it's going like a winner as they came to the home turn and streaked away about 2.5 in front as they straighten. From Fiery Embers, Sooner Baby starting to run on, but Algabonyah's got it well won. Raced out 5 in front halfway down the straight. Sooner Baby coming home very well, but the grey Algabonyah wins by 3 lengths. Second, Sooner Baby, Fiery Embers third.
The 11-year-old Jester Boy showed the young horses a trick or two, and he landed the final event. Starting at 9 to 1, he was really at home in the soft conditions, and he wasn't really under any difficulty in the straight to defeat Man of Straw and Winiara.
They swing for home with 400 to go with Bare Fist next. Jester Boy kicked away again from Winiara. Man of Straw on the inside under the whips, battling on pretty well. Looks as though he'd be the danger. And then Lakeworth out in the centre. Jester Boy clear into the straight, a length and a half. Man of Straw and Winiara. Jester Boy holding them safely at bay. The old fellow rising 12. He's going to lead all the way. And age shall not weary them, nor the years do anything to them. He's going to win. Jester Boy. Well, he's 12 on Tuesday. He's won it all the way. Second placing on the inside, Man of Straw, ahead to Winiara third.
Brought a tear to the eye of Frank O'Callaghan. Age shall not weary them. We'll have a look now at the double and treble. Straight Grey one yesterday too, Frank. You've had a big day. We'll have a look at the double and treble information now. The double numbers 8 and 9 paid $165, while the treble 6, 8 and 9, the dividend $2,439.80. And the extra double from Moonee Valley, 2 and 3, paid $81.80. This week in Brisbane racing, we have Bundamba fixture on Wednesday, Gatton on Thursday, and Doon next Saturday is the Rosemount Classic. That's going to be a very good race for the fillies and mares. We'll take a break now in Sports Scene. And
Amanda found happiness at last Tuesday on Sons and Daughters.
They just one look at each other and, oh, that was it.
Mother and son face a bitter past.
What kind of a woman would walk out on a 3-year-old kid?
Tragic news brings David to Barrow's side.
He'll be all right.
Sons and Daughters, Tuesday, 7:30 on 7.
The venue for racing in Brisbane yesterday was Doonbin and Bart Sinclair. It'll be a day that young Gus Philpott won't forget quickly.
Certainly will be, Pat. A winning treble to Philpott. He scored a double at a midweek meeting at Eagle Farm a couple of weeks ago. But the treble yesterday gave him his 6th city win, and certainly has set his career on a very promising road. The first event went to Philpott. Beer Waggon, the Victorian, landed a confident plunge, 12s into 6s, to upset the favourite Gagnant, who surprisingly was easy in the betting. He eased out from an odds-on quote early to start 10 to 9. He had his chance in the straight, but Beer Waggon just a shade too solid on the outside. That's Gagnant running second at this stage as Son of Gosh streaks away to a big lead in the early part.
Beer Waggon on the outside of Star of Sirocco. Rapid Time not showing any speed, getting back, and Great March is last. I'm settling down now. They've got about 950 metres to go, and the leader, Son of Gosh, in fact, he's raced away from them, Son of Gosh, and he leads by 5 lengths. Gagnant in second place. Beer Waggon, a length and a half away third on the outside of Star of Sirocco. 2 to Great March, who's niggled along to hold his position, and Rapid Time is last. Son of Gosh, he's trying to run them off their legs. Down the side, 600 metres to go. He's 6 lengths in front, Son of Gosh. He's got a nice light weight too. Gagnant in second place, followed by Beer Waggon. Further back, Star of Sirocco. Great March is hard-ridden, and last of all, Rapid Time. Son of Gosh still the leader, coming around the home turn. They've got about 400 metres to go. Son of Gosh about 3 lengths in front. Gagnant and Beer Waggon running on gamely. Then Star of Sirocco and Great March. Son of Gosh is still the leader, 250 metres out. He's gone for the whip now on Gagnant. Gagnant coming out after Son of Gosh, and Beer Waggon with a great run on the outside. Son of Gosh in front. He's starting to stop. Beer Waggon and Gagnant coming at him. Son of Gosh, Beer Waggon, Gagnant the centre. They hit the line. Gee, it's a close finish. Tight this between Beer Waggon, Gagnant, and a nose away third, Son of Gosh.
Yes, it was tight in the end there. Only a field of 6 in the flying handicap, with Beer Waggon just edging out Gagnant, and the pacemaker, Son of Gosh, a very close third. Second event was another win to Philpott. Blithe Buoy adopted daring tactics in the early and middle part to scoop Blithe Buoy away with a commanding lead, and it just had enough to hold off Davat at the finish and flash of colour in third place.
They came out smartly, settling about fourth. Bettine in between horses, and then Flash of Colour further back, then Weird Away, followed by Chidley. Davat's getting back. Philcinder's second last, and Royal Trekkers last. Plenty of speed on, 850 metres to go. Blithe Buoy dashed away from them, leads by 2 lengths. Special Hit second. High Gear to neck away third on the outside, then San Marino, Bettine, Deschanel, Flash of Colour. A length and a half to Chidley, who's picking up ground on the inside there. Further back came Davat. Weird Away next to the outside. Philcinder's giving the leader about 20 lengths start, and last of all, Royal Trek. Blithe Buoy well clear, coming to the home turn, 500 metres to go, leads by 3 lengths. Special Hit running second, followed by High Geared. Further back then came San Marino, and then Deschanel starting a run, and then Bettine on the inside, Flash of Colour. Well in the straight now, Blithe Buoy nicely clear, 300 metres to go. He's still about 4 lengths in front. High Geared and Flash of Colour coming home solidly on the outside. Special Hit's gone. Chidley next on the rails, and further back Philcinder's now starting a run, but Blithe Buoy, he may have pinched this. He's still in front with 100 yards to go. Flash of Colour, Davat's flying on the outside. He's stopping, but he's going to hang on, I think. Yes, they hit it. He's just won it. Blithe Buoy's just held on to beat Davat, who flew. Flash of Colour maybe third in front.
Blithe Buoy just holding on there to defeat Davat. We'll show you now the slow motion. You'll notice Blithe Buoy over on the inside getting very weary the last 100 metres, and a big performance from the Mackay galloper Davat, who had 57 kilos. He was a long way off the leader at the home turn, and he sustained a great run down the outside to almost get up. Now, Blithe Buoy just in the picture. Philpott going for the whip. You can see him starting to get tired. High Geared is the horse in the yellow colours. On his outside is Flash of Colour, the third horse, and here comes Davat and Philcinder's down the outside. Blithe Buoy just in front. Philpott really wielding the whip in great style there, and Davat, under his 57 kilos, almost got up, failing by only a long head after being many lengths off the leader just after they straightened. That was a good performance by Davat. Third event was the Roxburgh graduation, and it went to Fossicker. This is a very impressive performance. Nice ride by John Wade. Fossicker drew 2 barrier. He settles in a cosy spot, fourth on the inside, and after straighten, he quickly put the issue beyond doubt.
Star Practice in the Henley Week showing plenty of speed, and so too is Algabonyah. MLA about midfield on the outside of Fossicker. Lock King trapped out a little bit wide. Fairy Ladies wide, but going forward. Then Lucky Hands Algabonyah in the shadow, Sweet Reclaim, and Currumbin Lights is last. 800 metres left to go. Finally, he's just in front of Star Practice. A length and a half away third is Lock King on the outside of Algabonyah. Fossicker's beautifully placed fifth on the inside, and then Fairy Lady. Another length and a half to MLA, who's picking up ground in the centre. Henley Week seemed to drop back there. He's on the outside of In the Shadows. Algabonyah now starting a run. Then Sweet Reclaim a long way back in the field. Lucky Hands and Currumbin Lights is last. They're tightly packed as they come around the bend. Star Practice loomed up on the outside to poke his nose in front of Finally. Fossicker's clear at the right time if he's good enough. He's starting a big run on the outside, and then Lock King, MLA, and further back In the Shadows. Fossicker raced up on the outside to go to the lead from Star Practice. He's pulled a whip on Fossicker. He's shot to the front. Fossicker about a length in front of Star Practice, then In the Shadows. But it's all Fossicker over the last 50 metres of the race. He's charging to the line, and Fossicker wins it easily. Fossicker first, tight second and third.
Deegan trainer Fred Adams has Fossicker going great guns at the moment. He's going to tackle the Ascot Handicap at Eagle Farm next Saturday. And while that's a pretty big class jump, I think in his present form under a lightweight, Fossicker is going to be very hard to beat in the exhibition sprint. Fourth event was the Dangar Novice, and it went to our Gagnant, or our Gagnant as some call it. Outcloof running on well for second, and Water Waggon third.
Shortly after the start, Kairukani showing plenty of speed as well, and Regius is spearing through in the centre, actually running to the lead. Regius just in front of Water Waggon and Noble Challenge on the inside. Kairukani's a length away fourth. Our Gagnant is fifth on the inside of Grand Thunder, then finally tuned thereabouts. Copped a check at the 800. Aircloof next on the inside. Further back then came Greek Bow, Bean Sprout, Ramyan on the outside of Villeneuve, and Golden Prize is last. Down the side, 600 metres to go. Regius is a bit wide, but he leads narrowly on Water Waggon in the centre. Noble Challenge on the inside, then Kairukani, and our Gagnant, Aircloof, Grand Thunder. Finally tuned, hard ridden, about 6 lengths off the lead at the moment, and then Greek Bow straightening up, 400 metres left to go. Water Waggon has taken the lead. Water Waggon just in front of Regius. Kairukani, our Gagnant to the outside. Noble Challenge is battling on gamely, then Aircloof, and further back finally tuned, and Grand Thunder to the outside. Water Waggon's in front, 150 to go. Our Gagnant's coming hard on the outside. Water Waggon just in front of our Gagnant. Our Gagnant's moved up to take the lead. Yes, he's going to be a bit too good for the Mount Gagnant. He wants to duck back to the inside, but he's spearing away close to home to win it easily. Our Gagnant first, tight second and third between...
Nice ride by Les Harris to score there on our Gagnant. And I thought the good run in the race came from the runner-up Arkloof. I think he's going to be worth following over a little bit more ground. The favourite, Finely Tuned, very, very disappointing. We'll take a break now in Sports Scene and come back to look at races 5 to 8 from the Doon card. Welcome back as we continue our Doon review. We're up to race 5. It was the main event, the Rosemount Wine Stakes, and a courageous win here to Cafe Call, well ridden by Ken Russell to hold off Hail Cherie with a storming run down the outside. Hail Cherie looked certain to score at the 100 metres. At Cafe Call, showed great courage under strong riding from Russell.
Flying in the early stages, Plash Lady began nicely in good prospects, Ring of Melody and Tried Tiki showing speed. Lee Walk settling about 6th on the outside, and then Stormy Kate. Cafe Call, Snow Bloom drifting back. Hail Cherie, after beginning well, is getting well back in the field with Use the Space, Star Aim and I'm at Finito, and Money Go Round is last. Rift Valley, a clear-cut leader, 1,000 metres to go, leads by 2 lengths. Try Tiki pulling a little bit in second place. A half length away, third is Good Prospects. 3 wide at the moment is Plash Lady, and 4 wide Stormy Kate. Then Lee Walk, Ring of Melody, Snow Bloom midfield on the rails, a length and a half to Star Aim and Cafe Call. Hail Cherie well back in the field, Use the Space third last coming down the side, and then I'm at Finito and Money Go Round. 600 metres left to go, Rift Valley still clear, she's 2 lengths in front. Try Tiki running second, Good Prospects is now starting a strong run, going up fast on the outside, then Plash Lady, Lee Walk, Ring of Melody, then Cafe Call, Stormy Kate, and Use the Space is still back third last as they flatten for the run-in. Good Prospects loomed up on the outside, has gone to the lead, now Good Prospects just in front of Try Tiki, then Plash Lady, Rift Valley's hanging badly, Lee Walk down the outside, followed by Hail Cherie and further back Star Aim, and Good Prospects just in front, Try Tiki boxing on gamely, Plash Lady on the outside, Cafe Call flying, and look at Hail Cherie right down the outside, she's swamping them, Hail Cherie and Cafe Call, they hit the line, Cafe Call kicked, oh gee, it's close, Cafe Call or Hail Cherie, they've hit it in a real ding-donger, close for third as well, Plash Lady is up there in a photo with Try Tiki Star.
Cafe Call just holding on to score there from Hail Cherie. The rider of Hail Cherie, young Watson, was subsequently fined $100 for failing to stop riding his mount in the straight, which caused a tightening to Star Arm and interference to I'm a Finito. We'll show you now the slow motion, and you'll see how unlucky Cafe Call would have been to lose. She's running about 7th at this stage in green and red colours. You can see Russell going for a run on the inside of Lee Walk. He's disappointed, switches the mare back to the inside. She raced erratically there for a couple of strides and lost a half length or so. Now he gets going with the whip. In the meantime, down the outside in the white colours is Hail Cherie, and on her immediate inside is Star Armin. But Cafe Call, about 4 out from the inside, the big break there in the middle to go through. Towards the inside is Try Tiki and Good Prospects in front, Plush Lady coming at them, and Cafe Call, and right out wide Hail Cherie. Cafe Call showed great courage to respond to Russell's riding and hold Hail Cherie, who was coming very quickly about the 100 metres mark. So a good performance there by Cafe Call, and she's going to run in the Foster's handicap at the Gold Coast later this month. And that's going to be a tough task for her, but in her current form, she certainly has undeniable prospects. 6th event was the Rose Glen graduation. Went to Educate, who landed a massive plunge, heavily backed in to start 11-4, and he defeated Rennington after looking in real trouble halfway down the straight.
Ponga, after beginning well, drifting back to midfield, Mayo Star, Red Inkerman, and then Noble Case, Chief Mate, Cole Prince. Principal Boy had a little bit of trouble running to the first bend. Sovereign Patch is well back, and so too is Smokey's Claude. They've got about 1,400 metres to go, and the leader, it's Scrappy Sally. She's going keenly in front, leads by 3/4 of a length on Educate, who's pulling a bit. Rich Duke going a bit keenly in third place as well. Red Inkerman next on the outside, and then Rannington 5th on the rails. Length and a half to Mayo Star. Royal Breed has settled well midfield, and then Chief Mate Sovereign Patch Ponga, followed by Noble Case, Smokey's Claude, Cole Prince, and Principal Boys last of all. 1,000 metres left to go. Scrappy Sally's the leader, a length in front of Educate. Third is Red Inkerman on the outside of Rannington. A length then to Rich Duke, followed by Royal Breed, Mayo Star, Chief Mate, Sovereign Patch a bit wide. Ponga next on the inside of Noble Case, and then Principal Boy, Smokey's Claude, and Cole Prince. Down the side, 650 metres to go. Scrappy Sally, a half length in front of Educate. Rannington third, Red Inkerman 4th, followed by Royal Breed now starting a run, and Rich Duke going forward as well. Then Mayo Star, Chief Mate, Sovereign Patch giving them a long start. Ponga, followed by Principal Boy, Cole Prince, Noble Case, and Smokey's Claude on the home turn. 350 metres to go. Educate loomed up quickly on the outside to go to the lead from Scrappy Sally. Rannington's coming home strongly, then Royal Breed. Rich Duke hard-ridden at the moment. Further back, Chief Mate, and then Sovereign Patch. Rannington loomed up on the outside of Educate to go to the front. Cooks pulled the whip on Rannington. He's just in front of Educate, who's kicking again. Rannington and Educate. Educate, he's regained the lead. Yes, he's too good for Rannington. And Educate wins it by almost a length. Educate first, second Rannington, followed in then by Scrappy Sally.
Big bets landed there when Educate was able to kick back and defeat Rannington. Seventh event went to Proper Job. It was a long graduation and a good ride here from Graham Watson, who'd been out of luck earlier in the day. He settled Proper Job in a perfect spot, fourth, and the horse was too strong in the straight for King Pendragon, who made up a ton of ground, and Valorous effort also good. Rich Brother never on the track, and his performance to get fourth was full of merit also.
Proper Job getting well back. Prize Dash, King Pendragon, Zama Zephyr and General Major. Running up to the winning post the first time, it's Lady Pagala, length and a half in front. In second place at the moment is standing orders on the inside of Brown Cobbler, then Proper Job, Valorous. Further back, Rich Brother. He's a bit wide on the turn out of the straight. Tambura next on the inside, and then Red Mountain ran second on the rails, and then Zama Zephyr, General Major, Hangsu, King Pendragon. Prize Dash is last, heading up the Nudgee Road side, and it's Lady Pagala by a length and a half on Brown Cobbler, and a similar break then to standing orders. Followed by Proper Job, who's nicely placed fourth on the outside. Rich Brother still a bit wide. He's racing three deep. He's racing around Valorous in the centre and Tamburan on the inside. Then Red Mountain, who's too wide at the moment on the outside of Ransack. Zama Zephyr going up three deep. And General Major caught four wide at the moment. Then King Pendragon. Back along the inside, Hangzeo and Prize Dash is last. Lady Pagala leader running past the 1,000-metre mark. And it's Lady Pagala about a neck in front of Brown Cobbler. Proper Job is a length and a half away third. Standing orders fourth on the inside, and then Zama Zephyr and General Major out about five deep. Rich Brother in between horses picking up ground. Tamburan's next on the inside, and then Valorous. A length and a half to Red Mountain, ransack the rails. King Pendragon now starting a run, and then a Hangsu and Prize Dash is last. By G, they're tight as they come down the side, 6:50 to go. Brown Cobbler's gone to the lead from Lady Pagala, but tackled in a stride by Proper Job. Proper Job's loomed up on the outside to vie for the lead now with Brown Cobbler. Standing orders is off the rails at the right time, starting a run. Then Tamburan, Lady Pagala's dropping out of it. Rich Brother under a bit of pressure, but coming home smartly. And then on the outside is Red Mountain. Proper Job, the favourite. He's darted to the lead as they straighten up. Proper Job's a length and a half in front. Standing orders battling on gamely. Tamburan, Brown Cobbler. Rich Brother's the danger on the outside. He's running home strongly now, but with 150 to go, Proper Job's nicely clear. Rich Brother's making up ground on the outside, but I think the pace is going to be too close. Yes, he's in front. Proper Job drawing to the line, and Proper Job's too good for them. Proper Job first. Now, King Pendragon and Valorous, they both flew, and they're in a photo with Rich Brother for second and third.
2 in a week there for Proper Job, and an excellent training performance by Bruce Brown. I think both Proper Job and Brown are headed for better things. Final event was the Denman Handicap, and an upset here when Chance Always gave Gus Philpott his third winner for the day. He just held on to defeat Cardan and Sharona. The favourite, Cobb & Co, was awkwardly placed on the turn out of the straight, and not a bad performance to finish fourth.
Miles better, dwelt just slightly to start, and so did Swerve. Yolson, Ladd and Cardan showing speed, and Bold Front showing plenty of dash as well. Sharona a bit wide early, Cobb & Co drifting back, and Smoky Babylon at the rear. Coming up to the winning post the first time, and it's Yolson, Ladd. He's crossing onto the rails to be a couple of lengths in front of Chance Always, and Cardan 3/4 of a length away third. A break of 2 lengths then to Bold Front, followed by Sharona. Swerve on the inside, then Miles better, Cobb & Co and Smoky Babylon. Heading to the Nudgee Road side, and the leader, Yolson, Ladd. They've got about 1,400 metres to go. Yolson, Ladd leads by 2 lengths. Chance Always second. Cardan's a length away third. Swerve fourth on the inside of Bold Front, and then Sharona, Cobb & Co, Miles better, and Smoky Babylon running towards the back now. And the leader, Yolson, Ladd, he's starting to slow them up in front, leads by 3/4 of a length on Chance Always. He doesn't want to sit on the rails behind the leader, Chance Always, so he popped off the rails there, and he's moved up to go to the lead. Chance Always has now got his nose in front of Yolson, Ladd. 2 lengths away, third, Cardan on the outside of Swerve, and there's Cobb & Co making a quick dash on the outside, going up into 5th place, followed by Sharona. Smoky Babylon now picking up ground. Second last the inside is Bold Front, and last of all, Miles better. They've got 850 metres to go. Chance Always the outside, and Yolson, Ladd. They're going stride for stride at the moment. They're 2.5 lengths in front of Cardan, and Cobb & Co is closing nicely up into 4th place on the outside. Swerve next on the inside of Smoky Babylon. A length and a half to Sharona. Miles better now starting to pick up ground, and Bold Front is last. Down the side, 600 metres left to go. Yolson, Ladd a touch in front of Chance Always. They're 3 lengths in front of Cardan, and then Cobb & Co on the outside. Smoky Babylon's running on gamely. Then Swerve, Sharona, Miles better, and Bold Front. Around the home turn, 400 metres to go. Yolson, Ladd, he's kicked to the front again. He's almost a half length in front of Chance Always as they straighten up. 2 lengths away, third, Cobb & Co, and Cardan making up good ground. Sharona's running on gamely, and then Smoky Babylon. Chance Always beat off Yolson, Ladd. 200 metres to go. Chance Always about a length in front. Cardan Cardan's coming home hard. Sharona, Cobb and Co can't win. It's Chance Always in front of Cardan, who's trying hard to pick him up. Chance Always just in front of Cardan. They hit the line. Chance Always by a neck. Chance Always first. Cardan second.
Solid win there to Chance Always, who battled out in front with the Olsen lad and then showed great courage in the straight. He's a one-pacer, not much class about Chance Always, but he will keep going. We'll show you the slow motion now of the final stages, and you'll notice the excellent whip work by young Philpott, who's developed great strength over the last couple of months, and certainly a much improved rider. Here's Chance Always. Philpott really wheeling the whip strongly in the left hand. Cardan on his inside. Look, some chance about the 100 metres, but Chance Always kept wearing away with Philpott very strong with the whip. Over on the inside is Swerve, and out wide Sharona, and in the centre Cobb and Co. But it's Chance Always just holding off the New Zealander Cardan at the finish, and very good performance there by young Philpott. Congratulations on that winning treble. We'll have a look now at the TAB information from the Doon meeting. The double numbers 7 and 5, the dividend $20.10. The treble numbers 8, 7 and 5, $43.10, while the extra double from Doon 5 and 9 paid $24.10. Actually, Ted Doon was suspended for 2 months for his ride on Noble Connection. Yesterday's winner from Warwick Farm at his last start in the Winter Cup at Rose Hill on July the 21st. Stewards claimed that Doon failed to give Noble Connection the best possible chance of winning when he streaked away to a big lead in the early and middle part. Noble Connection finishing 7th in that Winter Cup. And after a lengthy inquiry, Doon was suspended last Monday. And the Sydney office caught up with Doon in a new position he's taken up with John Singleton. And this is his feelings on how his career is looking now.
The verdict is a slap in the face for the colourful character. At 57, Ted's long career was drawing to a close anyway.
I'm winding down now, and or even before my suspension I was winding down. I've still kept my licence, but my rides will be few and far between as now. I'd like to go out sort of out of the racing, competitive riding, and a brighter note than I have, you know.
The 2,400-metre STC Winter Cup was Noble Connection's first attempt at a distance of over 1,900 metres, and Ted thought he did as well as any jockey could have under the circumstances.
I wanted to race and race fiercely all the way. I have no alternative but let him sort of run along a bit with a nice hold of him, but hoping he'd settle. But he didn't until he started to get tired.
He might be disappointed about his suspension, but he's certainly not disappointed about his new job here at Prince's Farm. It's 130 acres of peace and tranquility, and the most important ingredient for Ted Doon, horses.
I'm pre-training the horses that trainers send there, and keeping them here and feeding them, and cleaning them up and make them look a bit pretty.
He's been employed by John Singleton at Castlereagh for 2 weeks. He didn't need much persuasion to join Singo's empire, for in Ted's words, the offer was just too good to refuse. He'll be provided with an on-site cottage and numerous other benefits. Originally from Tumut, Ted won the Sydney Apprentices Premiership in 1945 and has picked up a swagful of accolades since then. He's survived in the tough racing world longer than most by sticking to his own personal formula.
Well, just keep working hard and believe in yourself. I think that is the secret of it.
What's the funniest thing that's ever happened to you in your career?
I've had a lot of funny things happen to me, Kieran, but one I can recall, when I was riding in Canberra, we were all lined up at the stalls, and I called out the starter that I wasn't quite ready, and I had both my feet on the side of the stalls, one on each side, and he said go, and the horse just went straight off and left me standing in the stalls. That was funny at the time, but it wasn't too funny when I had to face the stewards.
What do you hope to achieve from here on?
I'd like to make a real good fist of what I'm doing now, and live a long life, and enjoy my friends, the horses.
Ted's love of country life, his happy nature, and the beautiful thoroughbreds that'll be in his care all point to a satisfying future on or off the track.
Unfortunate incident in the twilight of a remarkable career for 57-year-old Doon. Pleasing bit of news from Sydney during the week was the success of Almerzo at Canterbury on Wednesday because Almerzo is trained by former champion jockey Neville Voigt, and this is the first horse he had saddled up as a trainer. And this is a little bit of the excitement Voigt felt when Almerzo was in front down the straight.
Neville Voigt rode plenty of winners in his time as a jockey. Last year's Caulfield Cup was just one of his triumphs, but in his 20 years of racing, today was an entirely new experience. Neville was prepared to be disappointed, although with top jockey Peter Cook on board the 5-year-old chestnut Almerzo, there was a whisper around Canterbury that Voigt might just be lucky his first time. It was a nervous affair for the start of the Schofields welter, but as Almerzo led them home with Red Current gunning him down, Neville Voigt's calm exterior gave way to an entirely new emotion.
At the 200, and Almerzo shows the way. Red Current on the outside after him. Come on! It's Almerzo giving plenty. Red Current on the outside, not going to make it, and Neville Voigt won it.
I don't know where it was. Giving heart attack.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was a top win, mate. Hey.
These are the things that dreams are made of, and while he can expect disappointments in the future, today, Neville Voigt was everyone's hero.
Great thrill there for Neville Voigt. I'm sure it's the first of many wins as a trainer.